Thank you for joining the BOBCAST. Today we have in the house, dude, straight from Ameripolitan, and she won.
We won.
We won.
We won.
We won. Sorry.
That's okay. The Outlaw Band of the Year for 2023. Yeah, Ameripolitan.
That is so sick. That is so sick, man.
Thank you.
Third time's a charm. We've been nominated twice before, and I think they were in different categories. I think it was Outlaw Female, and then what was it? Honky Tonk
Band.
Band.
Yeah. Outlaw Band is the
So
third time's the charm.
That was the winner.
Yeah.
Outlaw Band.
Yeah, I lost.
So do we a couple times.
I always lose at the Ameripolitan.
There was a
My
guy.
fans don't know how to vote on the internet.
There was a guy this time that won finally, and it was his fifth time being nominated. He didn't expect it. He was like, "I'm five. Come on, I'm the fifth nomination. It's not going to happen." He won.
That one they just gave it to him.
They're like,
They were like, you know what? The votes weren't all there, but
"Come on,
let's just
throw
give
him
it
a
to him
vote."
5 times. So hell yeah!
How many times were you nominated?
I think I've been nominated a couple times. Then I think I'm not also. Well, I'm getting better, but back then this was like also like when it first started.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of like it wasn't MySpace, but it was definitely Facebook, and I wasn't like a great poster.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, you got to have the votes. And I was like, shit. I'm like, I posted like twice. They're like, you got to post more, trying to get the people. And so I just wasn't very good about my.
Yeah, we're terrible at that. Well, it's
I used
also
the first year I was good. Second year we lost. I was like, I don't want to keep posting and keep losing.
and also
And then this year I was like, I'll
keep
post a
losing.
little bit. And I was like, but if we lose again, and I posted a lot, I was like, that's embarrassing.
But also, we found out we were nominated when we were on tour. And we've been on tour for most of the last, I don't know, since the beginning of September. We did, a U.S. tour. Then we had a few weeks off. Then we went to Australia and New Zealand. And then we had like a month off. And then we've been out for this for 3 weeks. So it's like we've either been on tour and too busy to like concentrate on posting stuff, or at home recovering from being on tour. And,
Yeah.
it just gets overwhelming.
It's a lot, all the social media stuff. That's actually kind of why I started this podcast, because of just having that content and just being able to pump it through the social media. And now we have this, and also we can all tag each other. We can help promote each other.
Yeah.
Just, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
everybody, it's just something fun and cool to do that actually is pro, algorithm.
Yeah.
Because then you got an episode. It's like having a single coming out or something.
Well,
Yeah.
and
You
like
know?
the being on the road or touring and doing all the stuff, I lose social media. Like you're like, hey, Bob Wayne, the podcast. I was like, oh shit, I forgot. Were we supposed to do that before? And you're like, no, it's good. It's all good. Because I was like, I try to screenshot messages now so I don't lose them. Because I'm like, okay, don't look at this message while you're sound checking, or don't look at this message while you're doing this or that, and then I still look at it, and then I'm like, and then it's gone.
I figured you were busy. I know I also tour a lot, so it's like I know. I'm like, we'll just go to the show, and if they have time, they can do it.
And we talked about it. I was like, I really want to do it. So then when you said, I was like, oh, I forgot it was Nashville. Like I forgot that's where we are now.
It's like, this is what...
You guys are doing it. You guys are in it right now. I saw it on stage, man. I was like, these guys are a well-greased machine.
Thanks.
These guys are well. I was like, this
We're
is
pretty greasy.
Well, you know what? I saw it.
Especially
I was
with
like,
that Beyond Burger that I just ate. No, I'm really greasy.
that's my possum's name is Greasy.
Oh, you have a possum?
I have a pet possum I raised.
Oh, we're going to have to check this out later.
His name, he's in Alabama.
Oh, damn.
We're going to be there tomorrow.
I know. I thought
Come
about
to the
it.
show. We'll put him on the guest list.
Okay. That's funny. We might have him on the podcast around Christmas.
Nice.
Rumor has it we might.
How old is he?
I think he's in possum years. He's like probably 36.
Wow, that's cool.
I think he's 36.
So we have a giant sulcata tortoise that is free range in our yard. He's an African spurred tortoise. Maybe if you come to Portland and introduce them, they'd be a cute, hanging out
Yeah.
pair.
Buddies. Yeah.
I think
we could get them on the podcast.
I think
together.
a possum's probably more fun than a tortoise, though. The tortoise is just like a rock that walks around the yard.
And
Hell
eats.
Yeah.
Yeah. copious
Okay,
amounts.
I know we're getting sidetracked now, but did you find him as a baby? Like, I want to know more about the possum.
When COVID hit, I went out to Alabama. I have a property out there. It's kind of like a condemned house that I bought that I've been building, slowly remodeling. And there was I hadn't been out there in a couple of years, like staying out there because I'd been pretty much on the road most of the time. And when I went back, I found a little baby possum that was like abandoned. And I mean, he was like in my hand, like if I couldn't just like let him outside.
Yeah.
He's dead.
I dream of that happening to me.
You know, and so I found him and he was like so cute, but I didn't want him domesticated.
Yeah.
So I like kept him under the porch and I put him in a safe spot where he could hide. And then I kept the food where he knew where the food was. And it was funny when she first met me, I was like, you might see a possum run through here because my house didn't have walls yet. So my house was like,
when I first started staying.
When you first started staying there,
yeah.
she was like, she woke up, she's like, I think.
Well, yeah, that's when the cat was hanging out there, and I heard like something out in the living room, and I saw the cat was laying on the bed with us. I'm like, okay, it's not the cat. And I went out there, and it was the possum.
Yeah. And I raised a feral cat with the possum. They were friends already. Yeah.
That's amazing.
So the cat
they
and the cat and the possum like eat food together and they chill together.
Oh, that's great.
But anyways, I had the little baby possum, and then pretty soon he just started getting fatter, and he's outside. But like when I came home, I was like going up the driveway, and he just comes running out of the woods when I came home. So
Cute.
he knows me.
That's cool.
Yeah, he trusts me.
Does your cat eat the same way the possum does? This is a weird question, and I'll explain why I'm asking this in a second. Does the cat have the same eating habits as the possum?
No.
Okay.
The possum has a very specific eating habit, and it's really strange because it's like clockwork.
Okay.
And he comes at the exact time out of nowhere, and he sneaks and he runs to the food. He gets his fill and he leaves. And that's one thing I respect about the possums. I used to think I was a raccoon guy, but then raccoons started like eating all of the food. The possum just like eats enough for him and then leaves. Yeah. Raccoons eat everything till it's gone, knock it over,
flip you off on the way out.
Flip you off on the way out. Fucking raccoons, dude.
So, not for a super long story, but I found a kitten in the bushes by our house. Super little teeny baby, fit in the palm of your hand. The same time I had found a rabbit. And so I had a rabbit in the house, and then we had this baby kitten. And so I would feed the rabbit in the living room and give it like all kinds of stuff, you know, spinach, greens, Brussels sprouts, whatever was like green on the living room floor, the rabbit would eat it. And the kitten started doing the same thing. Like, I just specifically remember like collard greens and then the Brussels sprout like tree with all this stuff, because I was like, oh, that's a good deal. And the rabbit was eating it, and then the kitten came out and was like eating it at the same time, like looking at the rabbit. And I was like, oh man. Sadly, the rabbit died because apparently that they just do that. Really, you don't know what's going to happen, and then they're dead. And it was really sad. I don't ever want to have a rabbit again. Yeah. But anyways, so now that cat loves spinach, and if like she won't eat tuna, she won't eat any regular cat treats. But if you like hit this, you know, you buy that thing in the supermarket, like the tub of baby spinach. If you're like opening it, she like runs to the kitchen and is like meowing, and you pull a leaf out, and there's a whole production. You have to like set it on the floor a specific way and like pet her a specific way. Then she grabs it, and then she runs out to where we fed the rabbit, and then she eats the spinach in that spot.
Yeah, this is like 3 years later.
Yeah, still.
The rabbit's been dead for like 3 years now.
And she still does it. Like, it's the same spot where we used to feed the rabbit when she was like a little baby kitten. So that's why I was like, does your cat eat like a possum? Because that'd be kind of cool.
It didn't take on the possum's eating traits. Because the cat also was just it was feral.
Okay, so it's already too old to have like learned.
It eats everything. If a lizard runs by, it eats it. Oh. If a hot dog falls out of a truck, he's on it. You know, he eats everything. So you got to be careful with that guy.
I think we had a little kitten sponge at that time, so she was
learning.
Yeah,
that's cool. Hell yeah! I mean,
sorry, I sidetracked you.
No, that's okay.
This is the podcast where we talk about our pet.
And it's amazing, and we love it.
Oh, thank you.
And we want to hear one song now.
Oh yeah, you asked that, and I was like, oh, I hate playing acoustic. I'll do it, but just so you know, because you saw us earlier.
Oh yeah, yes.
All the songs. So all of them
Pale
are.
shadow of what we really sound like.
Well, sure, but that's okay. Everyone gets it.
All of
Everyone
them,
gets it.
Yeah, and all of them have been written in this form. Like I always write the songs on an acoustic guitar, but once they become a Spurs song with the band, it's so much more like full-bodied, and I don't know, it's just different.
So right now we have all original members of the Spurs right here.
Yeah, right here. Yeah.
We basically have original. So this is how
Original
it is.
lineup,
Yeah.
reunion.
And so it's something special. And so we get to hear.
So I don't have my acoustic bass.
So is this like
Yeah.
that we get to hear how you might show Kelly a song?
Oh, 100%. And luckily, Kelly's always been very encouraging. And there's a ton of songs that we have that we recorded where I'm like, oh, I have this idea. And I played it. I was like, I think it's stupid. Or, I don't know if this will be anything. And he'll go, what are you talking about? You're crazy. Bring it to the practice space. Like, we'll work it out. And it's cool because him and Christopher, everybody hears something beyond what I'm hearing. Like, I just hear the melody and my parts. And then they'll be like, oh, I hear, this sounds like Lee Hazelwood, or this sounds like the Ventures or something. I'm like, oh, I didn't picture that at all in my vision of it. But I was like, my vision of it, I'd throw my guitar out into the driveway. No. But, okay, so I'll do Sunset on the Alamo. And this one I recorded for the first time just messing around, Poison Idea.
Yeah.
I borrowed a looping pedal thing from Jerry A just to mess around with. And then I was just playing around. So I recorded this song on his looping pedal.
This is Jerry's fault.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sunset on the Alamo. The sunset is pretty on the Alamo, from what I've heard, but ain't never seen. 'Cause I've been doing 30 years till I've without parole for murder done in the first degree. And I keep dreaming of that Alamo night for you and me. Just the desert and the night sky is all I need.
Yeah.
That's great.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Have you been doing a lot of festivals?
We do festivals on the West Coast,
Yeah?
in the Northwest.
Have you
But-
done the Outlaw Cruise?
I haven't. I have a lot of friends that have
Same.
done it.
We've been trying every year.
Maybe we should do the Outlaw Cruise together.
we need
Yeah,
to. We need to
let's
get
do
on that.
Everybody,
Oh.
everybody, we want to do the Outlaw Cruise. Does
Outlaw.
Yeah,
anybody
we
know
want a
anybody?
petition. Start
Yeah,
a petition.
start a petition that we're gonna go on the Outlaw Cruise together.
Every
Otherwise,
tour.
we're gonna mutiny. We're gonna mutiny if we can't. Play
Hey,
the,
and we'll do
we're
a
gonna be
little-
like pirates.
We'll
Come
do
on our own boat, and like we'll do like pirates with like grappling hooks and stuff, and
Get
and,
on the Outlaw
climb
Cruise.
Up the.
I got a
side of the
canoe.
boat. Yeah, so do
There we
we.
go. There we
We
go.
have two
That's a
canoes.
That's a fleet, a flotilla, basically.
We need to have like a cell phone canceling device too, so people are like can't message for help.
Yeah, they can't call the Coast Guard
Yeah.
to repel us.
But every tour, people are like, "Oh, have you ever heard of the Outlaw Cruise? Y'all should play that sometime." And we're always like, I'll get messages like that, and we always send them to our booking agent. Or like, she's like, "God damn it, another!" You know, we probably have a stack of about 100 of
Yeah.
just that. We're like, "Yeah, we keep trying."
We've had a boatload of requests.
Oh, Kelly, dude, Kelly, with the fucking
Testing.
punchlines, dude. He's got jokes. Oh, you guys were killing it up there on the. You had me rolling, man. The stand-up comedy tonight was sick.
That's our side gig comedy
I
tour.
was gonna say, you keep them going, man.
Thanks.
That was pretty funny.
That was funny. He didn't really propose to me when I couldn't talk. That was
That was a great joke, though.
Yeah. That was good. Yeah.
No, but that was a wonderful couple of weeks there. It was the quietest our house has ever been.
So that's what I wanted to ask you about vocal surgery.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you know if you need that?
Have you ever seen vocal cords at all? Do you know?
No.
They're pretty gross looking. It's a little bit vaginal looking. It's kind of gross. You saw them all the time. Then when I was like, look at these today and look at this. They're like these white reeds looking things, and they are a V. And then when you talk, they go like, ring, 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 ring. And the way they make sound is they're supposed to touch like all the way from the bottom to the top. They close, and that's how you like project sound. So I had a thing like poking off like this. And so it was creating a gap above it and below the thing. So my vocal cords like weren't touching. So that I was going like, oh.
Yeah, I lose like these e. I know I can tell you where it's at, where it goes first. Like I know right where it's at.
Have you ever had them? Have you ever had yours looked at?
No, I haven't been to a doctor since '92.
You might have something.
I think I have something in there. I got to get it checked out. What about one more song?
Okay.
When I say one more song, I mean one more and then another one for the Patreon people later.
Okay. What song should I do this time?
If I can
Lovesick
request
Girl?
one, I don't know if you
Oh, yeah.
if you can. What was that space cowboy story you told with that song? Is that yours?
Yeah.
So you wrote that song.
Yeah.
That is a great song.
Thanks. It's My Only Desire.
My Only Desire.
Yeah.
Can you do that one?
I can. That one's fun. We don't always play it because it's kind of slow. So some shows, I feel like it's not the best fit. But yeah, Space Cowboys version is very cool. It's spacey and synthy, and I love it. So okay,
I'll go over here so I'm not
No, you're good.
awkwardly lurking while you're playing.
You're good.
you're not awkwardly lurking.
Lurking over here.
Now I'm just singing to you, baby. Tell me that you love me. Say that you'll be mine. I can't keep this in anymore. No, I can't keep this inside. You're the only one I'm dreaming of, the one that's on my mind. I dream of you both day and night, no matter what I try. So tell me that you love me. Say that you'll be mine. You know I'll always be true to you. You know I'll always treat you kind. Wherever you should go, I'll follow you. I'll be the tie that binds. There's nothing that I would not do.
so good.
Thanks.
Holy shit.
Thanks.
All right, we're going to crack this open.
Cheers.
And, yeah, cheers, you guys.
Yeah, thanks
Hell
for-
yeah. Great to meet you guys.
Yeah, this is fun.
It's cool to like meet other brothers and sisters of the road out there beating it down. I was telling her, man, I like being on this end of it. Where we, you know,
going to shows.
yeah,
going to shows.
be the one going
Yeah,
to the shows.
yeah.
And watching the music, because normally, you know, you're stuck with whatever opening band it is. It could be good.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's good, but it's cool to like. I'm like, wow, I'm like a real show goer now, and like it's been a while since I've been able to. Because when you're on the road all the time, you don't have time to go support all the bands. You're not home.
Well, and after you've done 365 shows in a row, the last thing you want to do is go to a show.
Exactly.
Or if you played them, you're just like,
exactly.
people ask us sometimes, okay, what do you guys do for fun? I'm like, nothing.
Not go to shows.
Yeah, I definitely don't go to shows.
I do nothing. They're like, well, is that fun? I'm like, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
No.
We better see what these guys in the backyard are up to.
Yeah, we've got the other half of the
We got
Spurs
the-
out in the
we got
locked
the-
in
we
the.
got we got the band locked in the back. Should we
They're-
call it?
They're going to start walking back to Portland without us here pretty soon.
So we're good. If you guys
really
want to
good.
call it, these guys are on the road too. So make sure to always check out this band, you guys, and follow. They're always on tour. So where exactly do you guys have a website? I'm sure. or
Yep,
something?
JennyDowntonandTheSpurs.com. We're also on Instagram, Spotify, all the stuff. I
All
try
the
to make
stuff.
it easy.
Yeah, it's easy.
Our other band, Don't, was really hard to find. You can't, if you look up
You
Don't.
can't Google don't.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Jenny,
So now-
don't.
yeah.
Oh, the other funny thing you said was Mr. Don't or whatever.
Yeah, oh yeah. Kelly Don't over here.
Kelly, don't. This is Candace the Wolf Slayer, by the way.
Ooh, that's
Her-
good.
Yeah, so I'm Bob Wolf Slayer Wayne. How sick is that?
It's a tough ass couple right there.
We're getting married just because I want that name.
Then you can act like we do, get the jokes and stuff.
There you go.
The bickering and the true love, you know,
Aw.
of course. I don't know if the guys would sit there like, oh my God, they're so annoying. I don't think so, though.
You guys are awesome.
Thanks.
I'm glad to have you guys. I'm glad you guys are out there beating it down, and just keep it going, man.
Thank you for having us and
All we
inviting
know how
us.
to do. Thanks a lot. I
Thanks
appreciate
so
it.
much for coming over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, guys, that's going to end the free part of the show. We're going to move over to Patreon real quick, and we got something that real important I want to tell the Patreon that I have not actually told her yet. Yeah, it's big news. We got big news, guys.
We don't know this either.
They don't
We're-
know. She doesn't even know. So this is what's going to be cool is I get to surprise you with this, and
pregnant.
it's so. Anyways,
Kittens.
guys, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for watching. We're going to head over to Patreon. Thank you.